playing against one of the top 2 seeds. So if you're trying to make a run this time of year, that's a huge step in doing so.
And probably about the halfway mark of the second half, we should know how those other games have ended.
Yeah, thanks to the long senior day festivities here today. Those other games are already about midway through the first half. Obaneki wins the opening tip-off like he usually does. Sirocco looking to go to work inside. Hook shot is good, and he lets the Expo Center crowd take their seats early this afternoon.
When he went back to his right, getting prepped for that hook shot, I thought his momentum was a little bit off, but not at all.
Joey has his name all over the Hillcat record books, despite this only being his 3rd season. That includes the 21 season that was a shortened campaign as well, and still RSU's all-time blocks leader and among the tops in rebounds.
Rogers State, as always, tenacious defense. Jackson the steal.
Here he is in transition, just like you were talking about, and he forces the foul. Jamar Madge Jr. grabbed Jackson, and Jaron is going to the line.
We see that so often. Remember the last game when he scooted along probably for 20 feet?
Yes.
After he got fouled, he went again to his back. He does a great job of being able to fall without hurting himself.
.76% foul shooter. Jaron knocks it down. He's had such a great career. First 4 years of college at East Central down in Ada. He's closing in on 1,000 career points and 500 rebounds. He's already over 300 assists and 150 steals. Swiss Army knife.
Only needs 16 more points to reach that scoring mark.
4-0 start for the Hillcats. Stapleton, the leading scorer, getting into the paint, and Devonish Prince whistled for the foul. As good of a facilitator as Devonish Prince has been on offense, his defense has been really, really good here down the stretch.
Certainly has been. Just looking at Coach Barkley, he didn't like the call, but he didn't really argue with officials. He just shook his head.
There'll be plenty of time for that later in the game,
exactly.
Right? Koné inside. Kevin Koné, the nation's leading rebounder, as Jack pointed out. And he also scores 13 a game. One of 3 players to score 13 or more.
Certainly saw his strength right there. Nice play by Jackson to save that one.
And Obaneki had stepped out of bounds as he received the pass. The last 2 games for RSU, it's been the most efficient that they've been all year long. Going back to the win last Saturday at Newman, and including Thursday's game, 30 assists, 10 turnovers in the last 2 games for the Hillcats. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, almost a carry there by the visitors. Ball got stuck on his hip.
Say Witt trying to back his way down. Falling away, knocks it down. Those are 2 massive human beings battling out on the post.
We've seen Lincoln now 2 back downs. They've just posted up and pushed down to get close enough. That's how they've got their 4 points.
You've got Witt and Sirocco, who both go 6'8". Incredibly strong. Frank Yetna can't get the shot to go, and a foul on the loose ball.
I think on Jackson, we'll see. That's just his first.
Second team foul. In the first meeting, Lincoln grabbed 21 offensive rebounds against RSU, the most the Hillcats have allowed all season long.
Devonish Prince Jr. has run into 2 pretty serious screens. Avoids that one.
Stapleton in the lane, a little runner for the leading scorer. The senior from Chicago, transfer in from Division I Radford.
Obaneki open.
He doesn't take a lot of threes, but he's hit them at a decent rate when he does.
Oh, another hard screen into Devonish Prince Jr., and this time there's a foul.
It's called on Say Witt.
That is the second time that Witt has really rocked Devonish Prince Jr. The guard wearing number 0 for Rogers State definitely knows he's in a football game. I mean basketball game.
Here he is. Out of bounds. Good effort running over the bench. Yetna trying to get the steal. Jaron's done a good job making plays as well on the offensive end for the Hillcats. 16 assists, 4 turnovers in the last 10 games for him. Here's Jackson for 3. Got it.
He needs 13 more now to reach 1,000.
40% shooter from downtown this year for Jaron Jackson. Only takes about 1 a game, but he's sure when he does.
Nice play by Joey Sirocco.
Jamar Madge Jr. knocks it down. First 3-point attempt of the game for Lincoln.
Chris Whitaker, first time we'll see what he does.
That's about right. Knocks down the tray. Chris shooting it at 44% from outside here inside of the Expo.
Love him getting off to a good start, too. He starts feeling it. That's not good news for Lincoln.
Witt will fire for 3.
Please do that more. Too hard.
In transition, a fastball from Devonish Prince.
Again, for the kids out there, just always remember to not only maybe take a little off that particular pass, but also if you're throwing to one of your fellow guards, you might get away with that a lot more than you're throwing it to the big guy. Bounce passes are best for them.
1-point game, 5 minutes in.
That was a nice weave. Rogers State didn't play that poor defense right there, but that was good. Looked like a slalom skier going in between people.
17 points a game this year for Stapleton, 4th in the MIAA in scoring as Whitaker. Little heat check maybe.
Look at that save.
Unbelievable play by Sirocco. Tipped it out twice. And it'll be Hillcat basketball when we come back. 14:31 to go. RSU trails 11-10.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. Join me for my 6-hour mini-series as I
athletes,
coaches,
and your child's high school athletic trainer. For your friends and neighbors.
And we make our home
in green country. Like you, we run
And fish.
hike
And bike.
we enjoy the mountains.
and lakes.
So we know how important
Staying active is to you. Staying active is to you.
We're physicians.
and therapists
Our groundbreaking treatments
are helping you heal faster.
Helping you heal faster.
We're Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma.
And we're the team physicians for more universities.
More high schools
And more club teams than all other providers combined.
We're focused on providing you
Personalized orthopedic care.
personalized orthopedic care.
treating the area's best teams.
And the athlete in all of us.
And the athlete in all of us.
Back with you in Claremore. 1-point ball game here early on, close as expected.
5 lead changes so far, even though it's only, early stages, 11-10. We knew this one was going to be close. Again, they went to overtime the first time, a 2-point victory for Lincoln at their place. Now Rogers State at home trying to get a little revenge and put themselves in a great place for the postseason tournament.
Now the other games that the Hillcats need to go a certain way. Right now they're going the way they need them to. Emporia State's leading Washburn by 9, and Northwest Missouri leading Missouri Southern by 11.
Both those teams are also at home, if I'm correct, too. So with the lead and at home, signs are looking good at the moment.
Davidson catches and fires the three off the mark. It was Davidson who hit the three at the buzzer in the first meeting between these two that sent the game to overtime. One of the most thrilling plays I've ever seen to an end of regulation of a college basketball game. It was Aussie time in Jefferson City is what it was.
Now Rossi just picked up a foul there, his first.
Kevin Koné looking to go to work.
Traveled.
Kofi Hamilton looked over, making sure that that whistle wasn't because of a foul. I think he felt like he had done a pretty good job defending, which he did. Coach Barkley said that game on Thursday might have been the best that Kofi Hamilton's played all year long.
Nice job, Rogers State not forcing anything here. Shot clock still at 7.
Johnson can attack, driving in, and he draws the foul. And it's on Kevin Koné. If they can get the big fella in foul trouble, that would go a long way towards trying to win this game. But even though he rebounds the way that he does and he plays 31 minutes a game, he's only fouled out twice this year. So he knows how to stay out of trouble is what I'm trying to say.
Isaac had a feeling that first one was offline.
Best free throw shooter on the team. At 82% on the year and a rare 0 for 2 trip. Hillcats struggled uncharacteristically from the foul line on Thursday. They hadn't shot below 72% in a conference game all year, and yet they were just barely above 50 on Thursday night. Foul here on Hamilton. Fourth team foul, first personal on Kofi. Sam Routens is checked in for Lincoln. And Stapleton lost his footing and lost it out of bounds.
Good help by Isaac. Although, well, I say that, they're having some words for each other.
Yeah, there was something extra there somewhere. Isaac had a great game the first time around. 14 points, hit a career-high 4 3-pointers. Here he is, falling away. Shooter's roll.
Nice. To be honest, I think that was the best shot for that early in the shot clock, but it's no. Okay.
He was saying, where was that roll on the free throws?
Oh, nice steal, Sam.
Look at him dribbling with the left hand, and a foul in transition on Routens.
Did a nice job protecting himself, too. You'll notice when he got close to that padding, he knew he was still going too fast. Don't run into that padding.
Davidson 7 of 9 at the foul line this year. First-year Hillcat, transferred from Spring Hill College.
You'll notice because he plays at home, the boards are straight, so he's trying to line up his right foot with the basket. And because this is a home game, he knows exactly where that is. There's a dark spot just to the right of his shoe. He makes them both.
Converting turnovers into points. The Hillcats in front. Lincoln scoreless for the last 2 and change.
That's not bad for Fry in the sense that He wants to keep him outside because, to be honest, the freshman, he'll take advantage of Fry if he's able to back him down, just because he's. I don't mean this like it necessarily sounds, but it's a man against a boy, and not that Caden, I'm not calling him a boy, but I'm just saying the age difference and just the size difference is big, and so it's just that comparison, if you will.
Yeah, not the matchup they want. Routens from NBA range. Davidson, little step back. That's a long two. Can't get the roll. Quick trigger there from DJ Richardson.
4 rebounders for RSU, just 1 in there for the Hillcat, or for Lincoln rather.
Johnson trying to draw contact, and that's saved in bounds by Witt. Routens in transition, around the world and in for Sam Routens. Good basketball genes for Routens. His brother Andy played at Syracuse, drafted by the Knicks. His dad Leo, drafted by the Sixers back in the day, and he's had a great broadcast career as well.
3 Hillcats waiting to check in.
Joey spinning off of the pressure from Witt and draws the foul. It's on Witt, and that's his second. That's big trouble for Lincoln. This has not been a team that dives into the bench very much. And to give you an idea of that, on Thursday at NSU, 4 players for Lincoln played over 31 minutes. Koné was the lone starter that didn't, and he averages over 31 a game. He was in a tad bit of foul trouble that game, but still played 26. So those starters are going to be out there for the majority of the game and then some.
Nice job by Prince Jr. getting around the screens.
3 is knocked down from Frank Yetna. Only a 15% three-point shooter on the year. That's only his 4th make from outside.
Why does this continue to happen?
Seems like there's a common theme there, doesn't it?
This guy can't shoot threes. Oh, he will here.
Oh, what a follow by Obaneki.
He saw that coming from the get-go. You just had a sense that he knew that the ball was going to go short.
Yetna's going to try another. Whitaker looking to get to the rack and draws the foul. And that's 2 on Routens.
Whitaker's so good with those crossover moves. He's made people just fall down at times.
10 minutes to go, first half. Great game so far. We're tied at 17.
Here on RSU TV, we're going to be celebrating the music of America's front porch with a brand new season of Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour. Join us as host Michael Jonathan features conversations and performances with some of the best performers in bluegrass music, all of which was recorded at the historic Lynch Theater in Lexington, Kentucky. Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour airs Saturdays at 9 p.m. only on RSU TV.
Bridget, Julia, and the rest of the gang are cooking great new recipes. It's a delicious new season of America's Test Kitchen.
This is like a pretty pink polka dot fantasy of mine.
Testing ingredients, gadgets, and gear.
Bridget, Julia, I have good news and I have bad news.
Join us for an all-new season of America's Test Kitchen.
Au naturel, my dear.
Monday afternoon at 3 on RSU Public TV.
17 all through exactly 10 minutes in this game. What a start, and it's been end-to-end action.
Rogers State right now winning this game at the free throw line. They've made 5 free throws. The visitors haven't made anything from the charity stripe yet. So even though the visitors have made 2 more shots from the floor, it's a tie game at 17 apiece.
Lincoln has not got to the foul line yet. They've committed 6 fouls, RSU 5. That last foul was on Sam Routens, his second. So he had come off the bench and given him a spark, hitting an early 3. Three different players have hit from outside for the Blue Tigers. Sirocco left it short. Inside to Koné.
Nice.
Joey got a piece of it on the way up.
Yeah, he was able to swipe down on the ball before he went up.
Look at the speed of Jackson. Somehow that didn't go, but Obaneki with the follow. Is there anybody faster with the basketball than Jaren Jackson?
He is speedy.
What do we have?
I guess we have a foul on Devin Prince Jr., his second. So he's taking a seat with his 2 fouls.
It's the first on Stapleton, who just passed the ball. Inside, Yetna and 1. Joey in shock.
Joey didn't even, he's kind of arguing, I didn't even do anything. I wasn't even in the neighborhood. I'm in the neighborhood, I guess, but next door.
Yeah. He was on his side of the property line. Yetna averages 3.4 points per game. He's got 6 here in the early going.
Looks like now a zone press, 2-2-1. Before they just gone with mild man-to-man pressure.
Offensive foul. Too much there from Whitaker. It's player control, so there's no free throws, but Lincoln is in the bonus. So is RSU. Koné up and under.
Boy, that was nice because Obaneki came over to help. And still, he beat 2 defenders.
6 different players have scored for each team. Nobody with more than 6 points. Whitaker working off the screen of Hugo. Jaren leans into a bank shot.
Boy, he just got that off in time. I thought it was going to get blocked, but he probably a hair between the ball and the hand of the defender.
7 points for Jaren Jackson to lead all scorers.
11 now away from 1,000 for his career.
3 in and out for Madge Jr., who had hit the first one of the game. Here's Jaren in transition. Nearly lost it. What a save by Whitaker.
Yes. I thought surely that was too high. Fade away. Oh, that's so often good.
It's his shot. They'll live with that one. Stapleton, 3-level score.
Charge.
See what we've got.
Oh, that's got to be a charge. It scares me the longer they wait, just because it's a big guy against a quick guy.
Joey's been so good at setting his feet and taking these charges this year. He took 4 charges in the first meeting between these two. Coach Barkley can't believe it. The foul.
Oh, they bailed out by calling it a foul on Preston Lawrence. Wow. We don't want to make a call, so we're going to give it to somebody else.
Well, the Hillcats happy that it's not a second on Sirocco,
Yes.
but nonetheless, they still felt it should have been on Stapleton, which would have been his second. And he knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1.
Coach Barkley just beside himself. Kind of looked down the bench like he wanted to let his frustration out on a player, but that's not what he's mad at, so he just kind of turned back around.
First 2 free throw attempts of the game for the visitors. Nice move by Hamilton.
Yes.
He hadn't missed a shot at home in a long time. You pointed it out. He was 6 of 6 on Thursday night.
Good defense by Caden Fry of not letting that pass get into the interior.
Jamar Madge Jr. for 2 more, and we've got a foul on Koné after the basket.
Oh, that's a huge call.
That's 2 on him.
And the official scoreboard, they haven't put it up yet because it was a little bit unusual after the fact. So hopefully officially they understand what was just called.
Johnson pulls up and knocks it down. Three is left short by Richardson.
Didn't go that way, but Caden Fry did a nice job of blocking out the nation's leading rebounder.
Whitaker for 3. Wow. His second of this first half. RSU is 3 of 6 from downtown. And a timeout taken by Lincoln. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as the Hillcats back in front by a tray.
You think I'd learn not to doubt him. That's twice today where I've just thought, well, like on that occasion, I thought, I looked a little outside his range. No problem.
Yeah. Something about this home floor, but Whitaker is 44% here inside of the Expo Center this season in shooting long range.
Both these teams playing awfully well. They're shooting the ball well here in the first half. The visitors are 56%. Rogers State at exactly 50%. Here in the early going.
Scoreboard update from the MIAA. Again, RSU needs a win and then a loss by Missouri Southern and a loss by Washburn to get the 6th seed. Emporia State leads Washburn by 5 with less than a minute to go in the first half. And at halftime, Northwest Missouri leads Missouri Southern by 15. So things going the Hillcats' way thus far. Kevin Koné for 2 more. He's got 6.
They still only have him down as 1 foul.
It did go in the live stats online for 2.
That's good.
And Whitaker again. Once he starts to heat up, look out. Whitaker's got 8. 5 in the last 60 seconds.
Not to wish bad on the visitors, but the next foul would really be huge if he did pick up the 3rd before halftime.
Yeah, Say Witt already picked up his 2nd in this first half. He's still on the floor right now. And Routen's just checked back in. He's playing with 2 as well. Meanwhile, Sirocco's going to come back in.
Chris Whitaker kind of playing middleman here with the referee just to say, hey, what'd he do, so he can go over and tell the coach and tell, kind of the peacemaker, if you will, and tell Kofi why at least the foul was called.
So 2 on Hamilton and 2 on Devonish Prince for RSU. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good for Koné. 58% foul shooter. In and out, and Johnson rebounds.
Got some room if he can drive.
Whitaker, a little hesitation, turning the corner, and draws the foul. Jamar Madge Jr.
Madge Jr. wanted an offensive foul for hooking around him, but
At Community Home Health, we've been providing quality home health care for over 30 years to all of Eastern Oklahoma. Our family's commitment to excellence begins with our skilled nursing, home health aid, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Our #1 goal is to restore your quality of life.
And you can count on Community Home Health to do just that. Let our family take care of yours.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
120 proof smooth, right?
Wow, got a jalapeno in there. 1, 2, 3.
Thursday afternoon at 2 on RSU Public TV.
4:50 to go, first half, 30-28. RSU. Hillcats shooting 52% in this first half, but the visitors, Jack, are shooting 58%.
Well, they are shooting lights out from three-point range. Rogers State is 3 of 6, and the opponents are 3 of 9 right now.
Hillcats have only turned it over 3 times in the first half, 6 for Lincoln.
Rogers State now at the charity stripe. We talked earlier about that. Rogers State's 5 for 8, and the visitors have now gone to the free throw line as a total of 3 of 5.
First trip there today for Whitaker.
Chris Whitaker goes, hey, Caden, 2 shots. You can calm down. Makes them both.
Perfect trip for Whitaker, who's been one of the league's best foul shooters this season.
Four-point advantage. 4.5 left in the half.
Stapleton wave off the shot. Baseline official quickly said no shot, no continuation. It'll be a 1-and-1. Coming for Lincoln's leading scorer. Stapleton not only 4th in the league in scoring, but top 10 in assists and in steals. Really dynamic combo for the skill set of the senior from Chicago. One of only 5 players in the league that spends more than 34 minutes on the floor night after night. Yetna coming back in. Say-Witt will take a seat. Stapleton in the overtime win against RSU earlier this year. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. And maybe the most important of all, he was clutch at the line. He had 8 of 8. And a lot of those were down the stretch.
Yeah, zone defense now. 1-2-2 zone. Well,
blocked.
I think.
By Yetna, one of the league leaders in blocks, and Johnson on the other end in transition trying to set his feet. Not in time.
Yeah, he moved a little bit there at the end. Said the opponents were in a 1-2-2 zone as would one of the Rogers State guys go to the corner. Nobody went after him. And then suddenly at the very last did, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were man-to-man. chance for the visitors to tie it here.
And their win at Nebraska Kearney a couple of weeks ago, this player, Jamar Madge Jr., just hit the free throw, played a season-high 33 minutes, scored in double figures. He's got 7 here in the first half. Whitaker steps behind the line and fires, and he's hit his third 3 of the first half.
Kevin Koné looked like he turned his ankle just a little bit, but he's okay.
Blocking foul called on Lawrence. It'll be the second on Preston Lawrence. Also for Kevin Koné, the senior from Paris, spent the last 2 years at Georgia Southwestern State University, Division II school, where he averaged over 10 points and 7 rebounds. Spent his freshman year at Vincennes University there in Indiana. And the first year Blue Tiger player is having a terrific year. All-American type of year, leading the nation in rebounds. He's got 9 points here in the first half. Sirocco.
Koné's certainly physical with him.
Good move by Sirocco. Just patient, kept his balance on the pivot. Second field goal for Joey. Stapleton off the mark. He got his own rebound.
Here's a mismatch.
Another long rebound, and Davidson comes in to get it, and that's Stapleton. That's his second. Now, so 4 different players for Lincoln with 2 fouls, and the same for RSU in this first half.
Iowa State a chance here to get a couple points the easy way. Sam made his 2 free throws previously. Wow, missed this one.
It was 9 of 11 on the season before that miss. Richardson off the screen and knocks down the tray. 4 different players have hit an outside shot in this first half for Lincoln, and the game is tied.
Shows how important the front end of a 1-on-1 can be. You missed that first one instead of a, was a 5, could have been a 5-point game, and then cut to 2. And
Obaneki wave off the shot. Frank Yetna, his first. You go to the line for 2. Free throws were a problem for RSU in the first meeting. They were 10 of 19 while Lincoln shot over 70%. And they got to the line 41 times. They were 30 of 41. RSU took decent care of the basketball. They had 7 fewer turnovers, but the points off turnovers were even. Lincoln was better in the fast break and capitalized off the live ball turnovers.
Rogers State now as a team, 8 for 13.
2 minutes to go, first half. Johnson nearly had the steal, sliding on it. And what have we got? Jump ball. Good hustle, good sportsmanship.
Yeah, I was glad. I don't think the ball ever got truly tied up, but I'm glad when guys start just complete dive in with already bodies on the floor.
Yep.
I like the quick call.
Absolutely. Somebody's got their arm or something rested on the floor. Somebody diving in. It's not much to snap a limb. Stapleton stops on a dime, turns, and pushes it up and in. 9 points for him.
Lincoln back up as the lead changes continue. 11 lead changes in the game. Oh, yes.
What a feed by Sirocco. He kind of looked off the pass at first and then went to work, and as soon as they doubled down, second dunk of the game for Obaneki. They both came with an exclamation point. The spin, Koné hit it off the underside of the rim.
Unless they call a foul first.
Jump ball.
Wow.
Hillcats will take a timeout with 1 minute to go. 30-second timeout. If you're RSU, you're thinking you could go 2 for 1 here. Maybe a chance to increase your lead a little bit more going into the locker room. What a thrilling first half this has been, huh?
Boy, it has been. We expected a close one, but this has even been closer than we expected throughout. If you look at the leaders, Chris Whitaker has 13. Koné for Lincoln has a dozen. Obaneki has 7. Jackson has 7. Joey Sirocco has 5. Rebounders, nobody really standing out in that category, really, for either team.
There hasn't been a ton of opportunities for offensive rebounds for Lincoln in this first half, since they've only missed 11 shots. But the Hillcats have done a good job holding them to just 2 offensive boards. This is a team that's best in the conference, 20th in the nation, averaging over 13 offensive boards a game. Sirocco. Koné playing with 2 fouls. Goes up, puts it in. 7 first half points for Sirocco.
Really nice touch there.
Seven-second differential.
Like you said, there's a really good chance that RSU could get a 2 for 1 here in the last moments. They can get a quick rebound and a good outlet if they miss here. Shot clock at 3.
I don't think Stapleton might have realized it.
No
way. That was off in time.
Yeah. Good job, too, by not only the officials, but also Coach Barkley over there, anticipating that and bringing it to the attention before it even happened. Now they're going to look to see if there could be more time on the clock because of that violation. It's in the right vicinity, but they're going to look at it. You know, it could move to like 6.5 instead of 5.9 or something like that, but it's certainly an opportunity for Roger State here.
In the double bonus as well.
$7.9, so that's good.
Every possession's important, but I would not want Kevin Koné on the floor right now with 2 fouls. Here's Johnson trying to go to the rim, and he draws the foul.
That's one of those occasions where if you're a defender, know where you're at, because he had no chance of making a shot. Don't commit the foul there. Glad he did, though.
Isaac got a season-high 19 last Thursday at 10th-ranked UCO.
.3, still plenty of time for Lincoln to get a shot off, no doubt. Don't let him have a long inbounds pass. Notice how Roger State has some pressure. Smart move here by RSU, so at least you hope for a very short pass, and then at least they have to use a lot of speed to be able to get down the floor in time.
Inbound to Richardson. Heave at the buzzer. That was close off the front of the rim. And we have reached halftime. RSU with a strong closeout, 44.
I thought the way they were pointing, it could have been about possessions, but Lincoln was getting the ball, so that's not what they were discussing.
Plenty of foul situations, though, for us to keep an eye on in this second half for both sides. And there's an early one. Foul is on Sirocco. That's his second, so he joins the two-foul party. And the fifth Hillcat to pick up a second foul. Amongst the starters, who have two, Devonish Prince, Jackson, and Sirocco. And for Lincoln, Stapleton, Witt, Madge Jr., each with two amongst their starting five.
Witt able to make that free throw. You can tell that they're coming out basically the same way they did in the first half of trying to show their dominance inside.
65% foul shooter, but he knocks down both of them. He was limited to only 9 minutes in the first half because of that second foul. Did come back in and stayed out of trouble. Whitaker lost his man on the dribble and knocks down an early shot. 15 for Whitaker on senior day.
He does that so well that if you were on the other side of the floor, you would think, man, he must have pushed away. But he was right here in front of us. You can see, I mean, he just beats his man that badly that the momentum is going the wrong way for the defender.
And a block here called on Jackson. That's trouble. So the first player to pick up a third in this game is Jaren Jackson.
Probably a good call, but he was squared to the defender. But
Isaac Johnson will check in. He had 6 points, 2 assists in the first half. He was a game-high +7 in the plus-minus.
Ball off the shoulder, and here comes Roger State off the turnover.
And Whitaker gets held. Yetna picks up his second foul. Number 22 with his second foul against number 2. Sirocco looking to go to work. Waited for the clear out. Gets one-on-one. Banks it in.
Nice.
So patient.
Good job by his teammates, too, of understanding the situation and letting him have the one-on-one area.
Yeah, if they can get that isolation with Witt guarding him, Witt has to be careful not to pick up a third. So does Sirocco, though. And on the reverse layup, no good. Offensive rebounds, putback attempt, no good, but Koné will go to the line. So the man who leads the nation in rebounds and in offensive rebounds, Kevin Koné, that's his third offensive rebound of the game. Only 2 second chance points for Lincoln, though, in the first half. Now, part of that is they did shoot it very well, 50%. But in the opportunities they did have, Hillcats did a pretty good job of keeping him off the offensive glass, considering the first time around, RSU allowed 21 offensive boards.
You see why Koné is where he is statistically. Strong upper body, but yet he's lean enough that he's quick, so he can, in a good long wingspan, to be able to get rebounds.
He was limited to 8 rebounds in the first meeting, which is his third lowest total of the season, but he did have 4 blocks, which means he took away a shot. Might as well have been a rebound.
Joey was hoping to get the ball again, get out to the side, and then throw it into him. Instead, ball's thrown away.
Only the 4th turnover of the game for RSU. Johnson reaching, trying to get the steal, and an illegal screen called on Witt as he tried for the pick and roll. That's his third, and I believe the second time it's been on a screen or pick type of play.
Yeah, that's interesting too, to get you certainly don't want to get a foul called that far away from the basket on either side.
They'll roll the dice, keep him on the floor right now.
Yeah, they want to get his fourth right here. Good fake.
Boy, Joey doing everything he could to try to get that foul.
One of the reasons that was such a good fake is because it got Koné to go away. Nice double team and a jump ball.
Joey timed it perfectly. And the possession arrow to RSU. Witt's going to take a seat with 3 fouls. Sam Routen's back into the game. He's playing with 2. His three-point shot has really been going the last few games. Routen's 44%. Hit a 3 in the first half, so keep your eye on 15 in blue. Devonish Prince, baseline jumper, no. Routen's rebounds.
Hasn't shot much today. Hasn't scored yet.
Stapleton.
I think that could have been a jump ball, but the referee was behind the play and calls the foul on Whitaker.
Second on Whitaker, and already 4 team fouls on RSU here in the second half. Stapleton, no good on the 3.
Oh.
Koné tipped that rebound from behind Sirocco, and there's Joey soaring in for the board.
That worked out fortunately, because again, that long reach by Koné, tapping the ball off the backboard and got another chance for Lincoln.
Devonish Prince.
Ooh. Thought we'd have a foul. Coach Barkley certainly asking for one. Although he's talking to an official who's far away from it.
Stepping into a 3 is Wright. His first shot of the game.
Good block out from Joey. Again, it looks like Koné. Noticed he turned his left ankle in the first half. He's not having trouble getting up and down the court, but when he took his first couple of steps again there, he looked like he was grimacing.
Whitaker on the drive and draws the foul. And that is the 3rd. Nope. I thought it was on Madge. Instead, it's on Caleb Wright, who had just checked in. His first.
Man, Whitaker does such a good job of being able to stop on a dime. Reminds me of a guy that I knew in college that wasn't really a named basketball player or anything, but he could just run full speed and then stop. And it was like, how do you do that without tearing out every ligament in your knee and your ankles? And
before the season started, I remember Coach Barkley telling me that Chris Whitaker, he just knows how to score. He's just going to be a consistent scorer for us, and he has been that all year long. He's got 17 tonight.
Great help there.
And that's the 4th on Say Witt.
Good job by Isaac, who's checking his teeth and his jaw.
They had just brought Witt back in on offense. They pulled him out on the defensive end, not wanting him to pick up another foul. But 3 of his 4 have been on the offensive end tonight.
What a big call, too, because it would have been a 3-point play, potentially, the shot and the foul. Instead it goes the other way, no points and the foul.
Whitaker, long 2, knocks it down.
You do not see that. He had 2 guys break their ankles and fall down.
I think he appreciates the extra attention.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen that.
5th straight game for Whitaker with 18 or more. Open 3 from Madge Jr.
They didn't see it, but Koné with a big push trying to get that rebound. He knows he's got a smaller lineup on the other side right now.
Whitaker fires the 3 with a hand in his face, knocks it down. 22 for Chris. Ties his career high with his 4-3. Timeout. 14:51 to go. RSU has upped the lead to 12 on RSU TV.
Throughout the
Athletes,
coaches,
and your child's high school athletic trainer, or your friends and neighbors.
And we make our home
in green country.
Like you, we run
And fish.
hike
And bike.
we enjoy the mountains
and lakes.
So we know how important
Staying active is to you. Staying active is to you.
We're physicians.
and therapists
Our groundbreaking treatments
Are helping you heal faster.
helping you heal faster.
We're Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma.
and we're the team physicians for more universities.
more high schools
And more club teams.
than all other providers combined.
We're focused on providing you
Personalized orthopedic care.
personalized orthopedic care.
Treating the area's best teams.
And the athlete in all of us.
And the athlete in all of us.
Back in Claremore, RSU has gone on a 7-0 run, and they lead it by 12 here with 14:55 to go.
The thing that's been great is not only Chris Whitaker with his 22 points and shooting lights out. On the other side, the only points that Lincoln has here in the second half are free throws. They're 4-4 from the free throw line, but they are 0 of 5 from the field. So it has been a struggle for them. Great defense by Rogers State. There have been more rebounds in the second half by the visitors, so they've gotten some second chance opportunities, but Rogers State's still holding them scoreless from the field.
Three from Madge Jr. is good.
Guess I was talking a little bit too much. Oh, what a pass. Caden Fry turned in to Koné, and I thought, oh my, no, this is going to be a huge block. And he did not put up the shot. Instead, he passed it. What a great play by Fry and a nice, easy bucket. Oh, boy, that's a tough hand check. Foul.
We'll take a media timeout. 13:49 to go. Hillcats by 11 on RSU TV.
At Community Home Health, we've been providing quality home health care for over 30 years to all of Eastern Oklahoma. Our family's commitment to excellence begins with our skilled nursing, home health aid, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Our #1 goal is to restore your quality of life.
And you can count on Community Home Health to do just that. Let our family take care of yours.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Expo Center's rocking here on Senior Day. Final regular season game, and the Hillcats playing pretty well right now.
Rogers State has taken half as many three-point shots, but made just as many as the visitors have. Rogers State shooting 62.5% from outside the line, and the visitors just 5 of 16 at 31%.
Scoring update in the MIAA. Final, Northwest Missouri 75-64 over Missouri Southern. Hillcats needed that to happen. They also need Washburn to lose at Emporia State And Emporia State leads by 13 with 6:13 to go. If that score holds and if the Hillcats can win, they're the 6th seed and they get a bye to the quarterfinals.
And just from a little bit of score watching, at least, it looks like Emporia State, the team we want to win, has the momentum going their way because it was a 4 or 5 point game a short time ago.
Speaking of momentum, Jamar Madge Jr. has got some right now. He's hit back-to-back threes. He's got 13 points, 3 of 5 from downtown. He had only hit 14 threes on the year coming in.
Good patience by the Hillcats to beat that press.
Whitaker, who's been money here in the second half, he'd hit 6 straight shots. Shows he's human like the rest of us. Madge, a little heat check.
Yeah, that. I guess when you're hot, you might as well. You're feeling it, but look at that. A little fortune, and then the ball wouldn't go. Kofi gets his shot blocked.
Koné averages 1.2 swats per contest, one of the league leaders in that stat as well. No shooters roll, and we've got a foul on Caden Fry, I believe. His second, team 6.
Could be worse, though. I mean, team fouls are getting up there, so that's not so good, but commit the foul rather than giving up an easy 2.
And 1 for Koné. And it's the 3rd on Joey Sirocco now. Serious momentum swing here for Lincoln. As just moments ago, they were down by 12. And in less than 2.5 minutes, able to go on a little spurt here. 8-2 the run.
Man, another rebound. They have gotten themselves back into the game in a hurry.
4th offensive rebound this half. Madge Jr. can't get that 3, and Sirocco yanks down the board.
Well, thank goodness he's missed his last 2 threes, or would be knotted up right now.
Johnson to the rim, gets fouled.
He certainly liked the matchup he had there. Until he wanted to go one-on-one.
It's the first personal on Arash Yakubi.
Nicely done.
Knocks down the second. First-year Hillcat can clutch at the line most of this season. Good pass by Koné. And the 3 off the mark from Yakubi. Another offensive board. 2 offensive rebounds in the first half, 5 here in the second for Lincoln.
Like on that occasion, the long 3-pointer makes, obviously if you miss it, a longer rebound. Rogers State had some good inside position on that first miss. Actually didn't have as good a position there. They got the rebound.
Joey Sirocco, who's 5th in career rebounds at RSU, despite this being only his 3rd season. And what he's grabbed this year, approaching 200 amongst the best in Hillcat program history for a single year. Whitaker, that's a 3. Got it!
He's got 25.
His career-high 5th three-pointer. 5 of 6 from downtown. Richardson on the drive. Nope.
What a move and a terrible finish. He had an easy layup. Didn't even hit rim.
Jackson called for a travel. So he tried to put the brakes on there in the corner and feed Kofi Hamilton in transition. Tough break. Hillcats respond with a 5-0 run. After the lead was cut to 2 possessions, it's back up to 11. Witt back in the game, playing with 4 fouls. Up and under, Sirocco got a piece of it.
That was fortunate.
Stay with RSU. Hillcats will have it when we come back. 9:59 to go in Claremore. RSU by 11 on RSU TV.
What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align. Because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
62-51, RSU leading with 9:59 to go here in Claremore. Another scoreboard update. Emporia State 73-57. They lead Washburn with 2:52 to go. So that's going the way that the Hillcats wanted to. It's almost amazing. You know, you looked coming into this week and you basically said you got to win your 2 games and then you need 4 other games to go exactly the way you needed it to, and that's the way it's gone so far.
Yeah, the last game in doubt that's not involving Rogers State looks to be almost mathematically over with. So this becomes the last one in the equation. You all of a sudden you control your own destiny.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for at the end of the year, right? You don't expect it to come in the final 4 minutes of the regular season, but better late than never. Obaneki rises up and knocks down the jumper.
Nice little fake pass that got him a little bit of position and openness. That's off.
Nearly banked in by Routen's offensive board. Witt, and he draws the foul. Say Witt back in the game with 4 fouls, and if you're saying to yourself, man, he's talked a lot about the foul situation with Say Witt. You're right. I have, and it's out of respect for him because he's such an impactful player.
Yeah, when he gets matched up against Obaneki, he's just so much bigger physically, such a big, wider body that makes it very tough.
Say Witt, senior from Kansas City. He was at Lincoln in the 2021 season. Second team All-League, averaged 16 and 8. Was among the league leaders in those categories, as well as top 10 in blocks and steals. He transferred, went D1 to UT Rio Grande Valley, but after the not even the first full semester there, he transferred back to Lincoln mid-January of last year. Sat out, though, has been with the team ever since, and what a great impact he's had on the successful year for Lincoln so far.
Wow, there was a tackle near. Uh-oh, Chris is down.
Sirocco for the jumper. No.
I think he hurt his right knee.
Hobbling back up. And Witt for 2. And we'll have to stop this. Yeah, that should tell right there when that Whitaker got up and the play was coming right by him. That tells right there the kind of pain that he was in and still looks to be.
Barkley complaining that he was hurt for 2 possessions, and to be honest, I agree. Rogers State had their possession, and the referees didn't stop it for the possession for Lincoln. So that was 2 possessions.
See how Whitaker moves here as we resume.
He's still limping pretty significantly over on the other side.
Devonish Prince driving in, can't get the contested shot.
Rogers State has 3 timeouts left. I think I'd use one.
So stay with Lincoln.
I'll be honest, I didn't see it, but when 3 or 4 players on the floor are that positive about it, you got to wonder.
And Sirocco takes the charge.
And that's it.
That's the 5th on Say-Witt.
Boy, you don't see so he had 4 offensive fouls. You did a fouling out of the game. That's unusual.
It's unusual that he's fouled out as well. It's only the 2nd time this year. So as hard as he plays, managed to stay in the game. This tells you his impact, though. He's going to finish with 13 minutes played. He had 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal.
Rogers State, by the way, has 4 steals in this game by 4 different players. They've been very good with their hands. And obviously Joey, though it wasn't a steal, that was a great charge there.
Hillcats couldn't believe they didn't get a foul on this end, too, but Devonish Prince knocks down the jumper. Sirocco was getting held by Koné.
Oh, there was a foul. That looked like an offensive foul, yes. Yeah, he ran over Isaac Johnson. I don't know if it was like kind of a revenge thing, like he got pushed earlier in the play or whatever, but he didn't hide that he was the guy pushing there.
It's Jamar Madge Jr. That's his 3rd. Young man that's got 13 points here today. 3rd time this month that he scored double figures. Johnson, no good on the 3.
Isaac with a heat check, and Coach Barkley goes, after that great defensive move, I didn't appreciate that offensive stance.
And Obaneki trying to take the charge. Count the bucket. Koné going to the line to try to complete a 3-point play.
Unfortunately, I thought that was probably a good call. It was a good effort by Ugo, but Chris now, I think, is moving much better. Had enough time to shake off the collision that he had.
Kevin Koné has got his 16th double-double of the season here today. Tied for the most in Division II basketball. Sirocco, too strong.
It's all right. Got the
offensive
rebound.
board. Stapleton in transition. Little step through. Can't get the foul. Or can't get the bucket, but he'll go to the line. 3rd on Whitaker now.
Well, this has really been a game where, too, not only have there been so many lead changes and all, but there have just been a dozen of those, but just the momentum swings in this game. Sometimes when you have a ton of lead changes, there's really almost like there's no momentum because it's just back and forth. But in this game, there's been some more significant swings.
Stapleton's provided momentum swings all year long. He's been excellent in his first season with Lincoln. His 3rd game of the year, he had 27 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, and 6 steals. Should have been a good indication of the all-conference type of year that he was going to go on to have and has had since. Lead is 8.
little hold as he was trying to go to the bucket.
We've seen 41 combined fouls in this game.
Another 1-and-1 situation, so obviously the first one huge.
Final score, Emporia State defeats Washburn 86-64. So it's all on RSU now. If they win, they're the 6th seed and they get a bye to the quarterfinals, and they would play on Friday. Whistle and a foul. Emmett Page.
Boy, Whitaker now has 4.
Emmett Page, the senior transfer from Evansville. 92% foul shooter on the year, 12 of 13.
I think Whitaker's going to have to sit here for a couple of minutes.
Team's leader in minutes, averages nearly 34 a game. Hasn't come off the floor until now. Page knocks down both. Lincoln came in bottom of the league in free throw shooting at 67% on the year. And they've hit 18 of 23 today, 78%. Obaneki has it stripped out of his hands by Stapleton.
Nice pass, but it ended up being, he ran into a triple team.
Yetna for 3, knocks it down. Frank Yetna, who had hit 3 3-pointers all year, has hit 2 today.
All of a sudden, a 4-point game as we near the 6-minute mark.
Once upon a time, less than 4 minutes ago, it was a 13-point Hillcat advantage, their largest of the game. Sirocco looking to go to work. And a foul on Koné. That's his second.
So he's got to be a little bit careful. He was excited, but don't make the excited talk look like you're talking trash.
Yes. It's the final 1-and-1. Knocks down the first.
Last 2 times at the free throw line for Rogers State, they've done a nice job of making their free throws, but especially that front end of the 1-and-1. From here on out, they'll get 2.
Joey's had an all-conference type of year. 11 points and 7 rebounds today. Timeout RSU. The 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. It's a 6-point advantage with 5:45 to go. 2 timeouts remaining for each side. In the second half, RSU 42% from the field, but holding the opponent to just 27%. Lincoln 7 of 24 from downtown. RSU 6 of 10.
Both teams really are shooting well from the free throw line. So if this comes down to a free throw war, Rogers State has been incredible down the stretch. We were talking about how they didn't shoot the free throws very well the last game, but they did again in the few free throws they had in the closing moments. Were able to make all those. Oh, that was fortunate. Wide open player in the corner, and the pass by Koné was terrible. You might have heard one of the people in the crowd for Roger State saying, "Nice pass, Kevin."
It's the quietest we've heard it outside of a free throw attempt. Quietest it's been in this building a long time.
A little bit of clear out for Isaac, but now they'll have to go to plan B.
Tipped out of bounds, and there's less than 2 on the shot clock. Good hands, partner. That was a quick reaction. You got a piece of it.
Well, I thought it was going to hit the thing behind us and come back, too.
Media timeout. Our final of the game with 5 minutes to go. Hillcats lead it by 6.
At Community Home Health, we've been providing quality home health care for over 30 years to all of Eastern Oklahoma. Our family's commitment to excellence begins with our skilled nursing, home health aid, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Our #1 goal is to restore your quality of life.
And you can count on Community Home Health to do just that. Let our family take care of yours.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Josh Haley and Jack Buns back with you here in Claremore. 5 minutes to go. Hillcats lead it by 6.
We're talking about free throws. Could really tell a lot down the stretch. Right now, Lincoln is 18 of 23 in free throws. Roger State 17 of 23. Obviously, 46 free throws in a game is a ton, and we're probably going to see some more.
With the shot clock winding down, Devonish Prince somehow knocked it down. What a shot.
He had just 2 points in the game before that shot.
He's only attempted 9 3-pointers this year, and he's hit 5 of them.
Good help on the defensive side to cut him off. Kofi Hamilton on the baseline. No room left for Koné as he goes out of bounds.
That's a highlight moment for Sherwin Devonish Prince Jr. and already a great career. He's got over 1,200 points, over 400 assists, almost 150 steals.
I chuckled because the same fan was getting on Kevin Koné in a nice way, but sure still irritating.
Hamilton goes up and draws the foul. That's the 3rd on Koné. And Kofi came down awkwardly on the left foot.
And you got to think he'd probably land on somebody else's foot because it's serious pain anyway. I'm not saying the injury is serious, but yeah, he can't walk on. He's going straight to the medical attention.
That's a tough one. Hillcats have been banged up a little bit today. Whitaker hit his knee pretty hard earlier. He's still not walking normally. You can tell that that's still bothering him.
Now you have the foul.
The question is, the opponent gets to choose who shoots the free throw. If the player who was fouled is injured, then it's the opposing coach that gets to choose who's on the floor to shoot the free throws.
You're going with Joey. Joey just went to the free throw line a little bit ago.
Three of 4 at the foul line today.
That was a big one. Because it's also it's a little bit demeaning to be the guy that's chosen, even if all guys are shooting 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, percentage-wise, he was the right choice, but everybody on the floor does a pretty decent job of doing it.
10-point lead. That was a big one to make at least one of them because it's a 4-possession game. Block shot.
Inside, Koné, and they'll make him work for it at the line. Obaneki, that's a spot where you better get enough of it to make sure that it's not a three-point play.
Yeah, that was very good. They're talking to Chris on the floor now, potentially about how is he feeling. Is he in good enough shape to play good on both ends?
Kevin Koné is just a 58% foul shooter. 6 of 9 today.
Of course, also, do you play a little offense-defense here, too? If you have the opportunity, you take Chris out on the defensive end if his knee's still bothering him too much.
In and out. 8th rebound. Team leader, Joey Sirocco. Yeah, Whitaker's not moving well down the floor. What a gutsy performance by him. 25 points today. Nice feed by Sirocco. Devonish Prince thought Sirocco was right there by him. And it's a block. Count the bucket.
And the 4th foul on Koné. The way Koné pushes, too, to get his rebounds, I mean, he's very good. I'm not questioning that, his abilities. But he's got to be extra careful now. He does some sneaky pushes that oftentimes he gets away with, but with 4 fouls, he's going to have to be very careful on everything he does.
Yeah, they're already without Say Witt, if you're just joining us, who's the 4th leading rebounder in the league. Yetna, no good, but the offensive rebound by Stapleton. Richardson fires from outside. Devonish Prince had the board, poked out of bounds, belongs to RSU.
Isaac Johnson, look at him right now. He looks like he's about to collapse because it's like he was just in a wrestling tournament. He was matched up with Koné, and there were repeated shots that he had to block out. And I think his energy level is on empty.
He was begging, somebody please get the rebound.
The red light is blinking in the car right now.
Foul on Stapleton, his 3rd. 2 free throws coming for RSU.
Then he makes both of these, and you start, again, number of possessions. The visitors can start running out of time here in the not-too-distant future just on the number of possessions. So he makes both of them. It's a 13-point lead. That's 5 possessions.
Around the world and out. Devonish Prince, 68% foul shoot on the year. How about the way the senior has played here down the stretch, though? Last 2 games entering today, 14 assists, no turnovers. As our friend Steve Braun said one time during a broadcast, still one of the best quips I've ever heard. Said, that player doesn't even know what a turnover is. They think a turnover is a dessert at Arby's. How was for you, Steve? Devonish Prince knocks down the 2nd. It's a 12-point Hillcat advantage.
Obaneki's got to be careful. He's got 4. Excellent free throw at the line to try to extend the lead to 14.
The most fouls RSU has been involved in a game this year. It was 51 combined fouls in their second game of the season. Today, 49 between these two teams. Isaac Johnson is in double figures with 10 and a timeout with 2:31 to go.
Darlene Newman, and we're in Albany, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Selma, Alabama, Colorado, Hayward, Wisconsin, at the site of the Lumberjack World Championships. Discover what's in your own backyard on an all-new season of Travels with Darlene. These are good. Cattails, who knew? Wow, 6th generation.
Yes.
Amazing.
120 proof smooth, right?
Wow, got a jalapeno in there. 1, 2, 3.
Thursday afternoon at 2 on RSU Public TV.
I bring Tulsa's voice to Oklahoma City and Washington. I build relationships with elected officials and community stakeholders to develop policies that grow the Tulsa region. I love my time at Rogers State University, the personal relationships I developed.
Back in Claremore, 2:23 to go. Lincoln needing some buckets as the Hillcats have pushed the lead up to their largest of the game, 14 points. Foul is on Caden Fry. His third.
That's kind of quick, and I know I said this on his last foul, but this one not a bad one either because it eliminates a three-point shot. So even though he makes both of these, or if he makes both of these, it still keeps the number of possessions they need the same.
These two teams combined shot 60 free throws in the first meeting. They've shot 57 today.
Nice shot by Joey to help. They're expecting fouls here, so they're letting Isaac just hold it.
Five to shoot. Devonish Prince attacks, wave off the shot, offensive foul. Third on Devonish Prince with $1:53 to go.
I was blocked on that one, had no shot at it, but Coach Barkley certainly didn't think that was a foul. 13-point advantage. They're going to not argue anything and risk picking up a technical, though. Middle is open if somebody can get around to drive.
Page trying to get to the basket, lost it.
Jackson with a nice strip there.
RSU's doubled up the opponent in turnovers today. 14-7, the numbers.
The numbers, I think this game is, they've waved the white flag.
Still working the clock here. 5 to shoot. Devonish Prince, little push shot, no. Koné snatches down his 16th rebound of the game. He's got 18 points to go along with it. And in transition, layup no good. Tipped out. We'll stay at this end of the floor. Whitaker and Sirocco come back in. Obaneki. And he got the turnover. He got a piece of it, and they said it went off of Richardson's fingertips. Sirocco, the senior on senior day, pumping up this crowd.
They're going to sub a couple of guys out here.
Gives a curtain call for the seniors today as Devonish Prince. It's a big hug from the head coach, Hugo Obaneki, as well. Grant Gessert, Griffin Rogers in for RSU. 3 seniors still on the floor. Jackson, Whitaker, and Sirocco. And Jaron Jackson will go to the foul line. Nine points today for Jaron. What an early lift he gave the Hillcats. He's got 3 assists as well. What a career for Jackson. Whitaker and Sirocco will check out. And the crowd showing their appreciation. Jaron Jackson less than 10 points from 1,000 now. Over 300 assists and 150 steals. What a career for him, and now he'll get his turn as well.
Yeah, what's great about that, too, we were talking before the game, he was 18 points short of 1,000, so now he's just 8 short. Very possible, you know, in the tournament to get to that mark still.
Spotting up for 3. Another one put in by Madge Jr. New season high. He's got 16 points on 4 3-pointers.
And that'll be it.
RSU knew they'd have a battle on their hands here today against one of the league's best. Built a big lead, fended off a couple of furious rallies, and on senior day, the Hillcats go out in style. 80-68. They take care of business and close.